Episode 3 plus 10, which is 13 of moving my game from Godot to Unity. Yes, it's taking a lot longer than I expected. Actually, no, I said it's gonna take 2 weeks, but yeah, it's gonna take a bit longer. Last time, what I did is I got this crafting system done. If this would load, I would show you. Yeah, so now you can pick up crafting items, which are here. Yeah, let's pick up some, and you can go, for example, to this tier 2 crafting bench, and now you can maybe craft planks. You can't craft anything else. Oh, you can, for example, these that you have the materials for. But if you don't have the materials, for example, this, which is some recipes are not working correctly, and that's due to Unity, to Godot's, wow, Unity's. Yeah, I meant Godot's resources, which are kind of hard to handle. Well, we won't get into that. I'll fix all those, that's just a small fix. But yeah, now you can craft, for example, planks, and escape would bring you out, and now I have 11 planks. Cool. What I want to do before moving on to the smoothing out of the animations that I have currently, as you can see, they're not very smooth, but they work, is the building system, because that's the last thing I need to do to have what I had in Unity. And yeah, then I'll get onto actual attacking, so I'll need to work with animations anyways. But yeah, right now, building system. And I want to just get this started, get it somehow going, and we'll see how it goes. First thing I know I need is some kind of a grid. Now, Unity had a grid component that I could use to sample what the grid is. I hope Godot has that, because that will make my job a lot easier. And there is a grid map. 3D tile-based maps. The fuck does that do? That's really amazing. Okay, and cells. Okay, let me do some research on this so I can see if I can use this. Alright, there seems to be local to map, which returns map coordinates of the cell, given the local position. And if the local position is global, use no 3D to local. I can also use map to local, which returns the cell position in the grid local space. But if I want to convert it to global, I can use no 3D to global. Cool, that all seems amazing. Let's try that. Okay, so first step, I can now raycast to the ground, and only the ground. Yeah. Doesn't seem like much, yeah, it took me like 5 minutes, but it's a step in the right direction. Alright, now I should be able to, yeah, see where the object should be placed. This is just global space. Now I wanted to kind of convert it to a grid space, so it kind of snaps to wherever the grid is. That's the fun part. Alright, so I think I got it to snap to grid. It's definitely doing something. So basically, it was actually quite simple. You just use a, you get the grid that you have, which is just an object in the scene, and then you use map to local and give it the position of the raycast, and then I just set the holder position to the cell, which is the new variable. That was actually quite simple. Okay, and that works with this. It's a bit offset, I'm pretty sure. But that's down to the grid system, I'm also pretty sure. But this is working quite nice. And obviously I can drag it pretty far away, but that doesn't matter as well. Alright, let me make it so you can actually use these items. That'll be nice. Alright, next step should be done, which is using the atom. So now if I have a platform, I select it, now I get this. I can't deselect yet, but who gives a shit? I just want to work on this. Whoa! Oh, you can pretty much fly with this, because it collides with the player. Cool. Okay, now I should be overriding the material to a color, either green or red, depending on if I can place the object. And it changes the whole material. Interesting. I just wanted to change the one, but you know what? This is kind of cool. It's trippy. Right, so I think I got it to work. Yeah. So the point is to go to the resource, and there's a little checkbox, local to scene, and I'm guessing that kind of makes it work. Alright, but now I would need a way of actually placing it. So let's do that. Alright, so I did some things. I basically just added a way to, I made a place structure which checks if I can place a structure, and then it instantiates a new node and changes the material back to default and sets the position to current position, which is set in the process function whenever we raycast, which is actually the cell position. So we should be able to place them, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And actually, we can't... Yeah, I mean, we can for now place many in the same place, but we'll just handle that right now. So basically what I want to do now is check if it's colliding with anything else. Simple as that. In order to do that, I'll probably need some kind of a script on the actual thing that I'm instantiating. And in Unity, I think I call that building part interactable. So let's make that. Alright, so I changed the placeable object to be a area 3D because area 3D has a function called has overlapping bodies or has overlapping areas, and then I can check for other area 3Ds that are overlapping with this. And I just did a script of building part interactable which has a physics process that checks if the object is not placed, which is a custom variable, then its colliding is set to has overlapping areas. So if it has, then, you know. So I just want to check if this is working. It won't actually change anything. I just want to check the debug. Whoa. And I just forgot to delete this, so it should be fine now. Oh, why are you already here? Oh, because I forgot to delete you from the scene, of course. Alright, maybe now. Okay, it's still true if it's like this close to it, but I can fix that, which is fine. But it's false here. Alright, so let me see something. This should work. Okay, so basically I'm now checking. I store the interactable of the instantiated object into its own variable, and then I check if it's colliding, and I set the can place structure to that, which should change the color of the material if I am correct. If I'm right. Okay, it's colliding with something, but I can't place it if I try to, which means the code is working. What is it colliding with? Oh, my bad. Oh my god, I set it to this. I should be setting it to the opposite of what this is, because if it's colliding, it will return true, which, you know, we don't want. Yeah, now it's true, and if I try and place the other one, no, that's not working. It was working just a minute ago, you saw it. Now it's not. Oh, maybe because I didn't set the collision mask, because these area 3Ds are actually on the second layer and the mask is only on the first layer. Maybe that might be a thing. Yeah, now it's working. Cool. Cool. It's still colliding when it's really close, but I'm fine with that because I can change the collider just a bit smaller, to be just a bit smaller, and then it's fine. But for example, here it's not colliding, and there it's not colliding, but on this side it is. Alright, cool, I'm happy with that. And I can place an object if it's colliding. Cool. Alright, so I just made a new, give it a new box shape 3D, which is 1 meter in height and then has 1.98 instead of 2, which is, this is exactly 2. That's the way I modeled it. And now, hopefully, we should be able to place it even on the side of it, or it shouldn't be colliding with itself. Yeah. Cool, amazing. Oh my god, this is so much simpler than it was in Unity. I mean, I already know the logic, but it kind of makes sense, all of this. And the player can't collide with it. Okay. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll think of it. I'll think about it. But this is great, alright? So we can spawn them in. Alright, so that's pretty much all I wanted to do for today, because that pretty much covers all the important bits. because that's pretty much the logic working there. We can check if it's colliding with anything, and if it's not, now everything else is going to be built on top of this, so you'll be able to place the platforms on this grid. And if you want to place walls and stuff, you'll have connection points, which, you know, this will have like a node 3D that's like a connection point, and then I can place it somewhere and it will snap to this connection point, the wall, for example. It'll be stairs, it could be anything. And then again, it will just use collision to check if, yeah, okay, so that works. I did this quite quickly. I'm kind of getting better at this, I think. I only spent like an hour just researching everything, which is kind of not too much. Yeah, until the next update, I guess. Bye now.